So, as we are presently studying what? In last class, I taught you two kinds of chemical equations. One is skeletal equation, another one is balanced equation. Is it yes or no? One is skeletal equation, and the another one is what? Balanced equation. So now later I taught you what is the significance of balanced chemical equation. Is it yes or no, guys? And later we studied what is the limitations of chemical equations we have been studying. So now in our today's class we will study, so as I taught you in last class itself, the heading, that is how to make the chemical equation more informative. So means in the sense of, as we have studied in the limitations, what is the limitations of chemical equations? Anybody? What is the limitations of chemical equation? Physical state we cannot come to know, and energy change, either it is endothermic or exothermic, we cannot come to know. Reaction conditions means what is the pressure required, what is the temperature required, we cannot come to know. Next, feasibility, either the reaction will carried out or not, also we cannot come to know. Next, speed of reaction, either it is a fast reaction or slow reaction, also we cannot come to know. So these are the limitations of chemical reaction. Is it yes or no, guys? Please speak. So now in our coming to today's class, we'll continue immediately, don't want to waste time. So how to make the chemical equation more informative. So means in the sense of, that is what rate of reaction. Very good, Amma. Rate of reaction, that is what we can say speed of reaction. Okay. So now coming to here, how to make the chemical equation more informative. So first of all, I will say you, we can make the chemical equation more informative in 3 ways. How many ways, guys? We can make the chemical equation more informative in 3 ways. So the first method is, observe everybody, by indicating the physical states. By indicating the physical states of the reactants, and as well as what? Reactants and products. That is the first one. Second one, by indicating the heat changes. By indicating the heat changes. What do you mean by heat changes, guys? Anybody? Heat changes. Heat changes means what? What is local? Heat changes means what?
Temperature.
Yeah, temperature. That is what we can say. 2 kinds of reaction. Increasing temperature one, decreasing temperature one. What is that?
Exothermic reaction.
Taking place in the reaction. That is only we used to call as what, guys? Exothermic and endothermic reaction. Next, by indicating the conditions. By indicating the conditions. What do you mean by conditions, brothers? Conditions means what? Temperature and pressure. Understand? Conditions which the reaction takes place. So these are the 3 methods how we can make the chemical equation more informative. Do you understand? So one is by indicating the physical state, second one is by indicating the heat changes, and third one is by indicating what, guys? Third one is by indicating the conditions required. So now let us discuss one by one so that you people can understand and you can make it also. So now first, as we all studied, the first example, first one is what, guys? By mentioning the physical state. Yes or no, Pradosh? So now, as we discussed in the last class, so be very careful and observe. That is what the first equation is, formation of water. So if you take H2 plus O2 will gives you 2H2O. Now, what is the first one? We can make the equation by mentioning the physical states. We can make the equation more informative. So, what is the first examples? This is formation of water. What is the state of hydrogen, guys? What is the state of hydrogen? State of hydrogen is gaseous.
Gas.
Oxygen is what? Oxygen is also gaseous.
Gas.
And water is what? Water is in
Liquid state.
liquid state. That is the first example. Next, you can take second example. Like we'll take few examples. Next, already we studied the solution prepared in water. So the solution prepared in water, what we used to call it? The
Aqueous
solution
solution.
prepared in water. Anybody? The solution
Aqueous.
prepared in water. Please let me know. Prepared in water. What we used to call, guys? We used to call that
Aqueous.
aqueous solution. Prince, you understand? Aqueous solution. So whatever it is, if it is dissolved in water, we used to call that state. What is that called as? Aqueous state. Understand? So now let us take and the aqueous state solution, how we can represent? Small a and a small
AQ.
q. That is what we used to call as aqueous state. So now let us take example. Calcium hydroxide. What is the formula of calcium hydroxide? CaOH
CaOH.
will react with carbon dioxide, will give you calcium carbonate plus H2. So now let me see who will say the state. So please respond. So as we know, what is the formula calcium oxide hydroxide? Tell me. Calcium is 2 plus, hydroxide is -1. So if we'll exchange, what will come, guys? What will come?
Twice.
OH twice. Calcium hydroxide. Carbon dioxide normal only. Plus will give you calcium carbonate. What is the formula? Ca2 plus carbonate 2 minus. You have to speak. I should not speak every time. That is what. So Ca2, CO3 twice will come. So both 2 will get cancelled. So we can say what is that? CaCO3. Yes or no? That is what which is used to commit. See, so many not at join, but please make it join fast. What these people are doing? Pradosh, where is these fellows? Maitreyan not there, Monish not there. That is. So this is what it is we used to solve this. So what is the physical state of calcium hydroxide? Tell me. Calcium hydroxide means, for example, like whitewashing. You people can paint in your home whitewashing. So that is what we can say. So calcium hydroxide, what is the state? What is the state? Aqueous state. What is the state of carbon dioxide? Carbon dioxide is what? Basically,
Gas.
it is gaseous state. And what is the calcium carbonate state? It will become dry in our home. Yeah, painting will become dry. We used to get what state? We used to get solid state. So calcium carbonate is solid state. And water, what is the state of water? What
Liquid.
is the state of water? Liquid. That is what you have to remember. So physical state, we are making, mentioning it is liquid state. Next, remember, this is the third example I'm saying. So as we know, gaseous state, what is the product? What is we can mention, guys? What is it mentioning gas means? G we are mentioning. Is it? Yes? Please respond. Now, sometimes the gaseous products form during reaction, so which we can represent. How we can represent? Gaseous products will form, then we can represent with the upward arrow. What is that? Gaseous product, how we can represent? Upward arrow. Understand, Mahalakshmi, Laksha? So gaseous products we used to represent how, Pradosh? With the upward arrow. That is what you have to remember. So anybody is having any doubt, kindly ask me, and don't take it as a class 9. It is a class 10. You have to know. Now, best example. Let us start with the first example, the well-known example of us. So gaseous state, zinc. Zinc will react with, by the time you might be know, with the sulfuric acid, which will form, what will form? Zinc sulfate plus hydrogen gas. So now, what is the state of zinc, guys? What is the state of zinc? Solid state,
Solid.
reacting with Sulfuric acid. What is the state of sulfuric acid? Aqueous state. Yeah, aqueous state. So now, yeah, what Durga? I'll explain. So next, third one is zinc sulfate. What is the state of zinc sulfate? Zinc sulfate is also aqueous state. Hydrogen is a gas, so that we can represent with what? Up arrow. Understand? So now, see Durga, we are studying. We can make the equation by three different ways. One is by mentioning the physical state. So still we are studying physical state only. Physical state means either it is solid state or liquid state or gaseous state or aqueous state. So these are the four states we are going to mention. So that equation will become more informative. Means we can understand in reactants which one is reacting. Either solid is reacting or liquid is reacting or gas is reacting. Same way in products, what kind of product is coming? Either liquid or gas or aqueous state or solid state, which is coming, we can come to know. Next one, by indicating the heat changes, means we can mention either it is exothermic or endothermic reaction. Next, third one, by indicating conditions, means required temperature and pressure. By indicating that, we can make the equation more informative. So these are the three methods how we can make the equation more informative. So now only we are studying presently physical state alone. Examples of physical state alone we are studying. This all formation of water. This is calcium hydroxide. Next zinc. Everything we are studying only physical state alone. So now physical state, if gaseous product is coming, then gaseous products we used to represent with what, guys? Up arrow. That is what I am mentioning here. You can see. So up arrow indicate gas is releasing in the products. Do you understand, everyone? Paunesh, that is what. Minal, that is what you have to remember. Next one. Remember, also we can make one more example. So let me take sodium carbonate. Anybody formula sodium carbonate? Aswita, Laksha, sodium carbonate, Na2CO3 will react with HCl. HCl means what? Hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid, 2HCl will give you three products, NaCl plus H2O plus CO2. Now, what is the state of NaCl? Anybody? Don't say me solid state. What is the state of NaCl? State of NaCl. See, sodium plus chlorine will dissolve and it will form something. Dissolved state. What is that?
Aqueous.
Aqueous state. Understand? Water. What is the state of water? Liquid state.
Liquid.
Carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide.
Up arrow.
Gaseous state. Understand? So we are representing with the up arrow. Clear, guys? Yes, a very Shakti. Tamil Selvan, have understand? Rahul? That is what I want to say. Call option D is, where is this? Shruti, Aswita, Manya and Samya inform that Aswita, that is what it is. So now, whenever I will say, you have to tell me the formula. Now, sodium carbonate. What is the formula? How it will come sodium carbonate? Anybody? You should speak. Sodium is plus 1. Carbonate is
2 2 minus.
Carbonate is 2 minus. Understand? So 2 minus. So if we'll exchange crisscross method, what will come? Sai, you are on mainly formulas. Na2CO3. That is what. That is what you have to remember. Same way here. NaCl. NaCl, what will come? Na plus 1.
Cl minus 1.
Everyone should see. Reason I told you to learn the valency table from the class 9th. From the class 9, you have to learn the tabular column. That is what NaCl. Clear, guys? Yes, everyone?
Sir.
That is what you have to remember. So these are the examples which we can make for which one? Physical state. Clear? Now, one more example we can make. That is what I want to say you. So observe very carefully, guys. That is, if precipitate is forming, as I told you, what do you mean by precipitate, guys? If it is precipitate,
Insoluble substance.
yeah, precipitate means insoluble substance. After reaction, insoluble substance will form. That is insoluble substance only. What we used to call precipitate, we can say. Durga, where is Bhavadrani? That is. So, Whenever after chemical reaction, at the bottom if you see some kind of insoluble substance, then that is what we used to call as precipitate. Understand, Princey? Now, how to mention this precipitate? Let us see. For example, this precipitate we can represent in two different ways. One is either by PPT dot. This is the one method, or we can represent with a down arrow. What is that, guys? Okay, Badra. Down arrow. So in these two methods, you can represent the PPT, means a insoluble solid substance. Only will form product side or reactant side. Anybody? Product side or reactant side? Only which side? Product side. Do you understand? Only product side, the PPT will form. All of you should remember that. Now, the first example